And it's recording now. Okay, so this is Diddy Livestream Project by
Lauren Dunstan.
Caitlin Carr.
Amari Brown.
And Shari Chairs.
So for the introduction, Sean J. Combs, who is known as Diddy, was born on November 4th, 1969 in Harlem, New York. He is most famous for the music he makes, as well as his current scandal going on, which landed him in prison. He has won 3 Grammys and was also credited with the discovery of big artists such as Mary J. Blige, Usher, and B.I.G. So, as for his early childhood, in Diddy's early childhood, he grew up in Harlem, New York, around many drugs and crime, especially since his father was one of those who was selling drugs. So Diddy didn't grow up in the best environment, which impacted his cognitive and emotional development. He also had to suffer through the tragic loss of his father when he was only 3 years old. He also grew up in poverty with his sister and mother, which would severely impact his mental health, causing him to develop mental health issues as he got older, such as anxiety and depression. Diddy was also raised Catholic and went to an all-boys Catholic school. This was this way of religion was rigorous and would also have a big impact on his cognitive, physical, and emotional motor skills and development. During the early stages of life, cognitive, physical, and emotional development is very important for a child to develop the proper motor skills, problem solving, effective communication skills, and regulation of emotions. Since Sadie grew up in such a poor environment, surrounded by all these bad things at such a young age, it caused his cognitive, emotional, and physical abilities not to develop properly.
Hi, I'm Shari Chairs, and I did middle childhood. Sean Combs underwent important growth and development during his middle childhood. He experienced constant physical development, engaged in sports and physical activities that improved his coordination and motor skills. Emotional resilience was cultivated by his close-knit family with the help of his strong mother, especially since his father was not there. Diddy's sense of identity and ambitions were bolstered by his crucial social connections he made through neighborhood friendships. Cognitively, he engaged in creative activities at local schools where he developed a love for music and the arts, which ignited his desires to work in entertainment. His exposure to hip hop and music shaped his language development and storytelling skills, and his communication skills that thrived in a culturally diverse setting. Diddy's resilience and adaptability during his family's transition in Harlem influenced his lifestyle choices and career goals.
I am Lauren, and I did adolescent years. Sean Cobb showed outstanding development in physical, motor, and socio-emotional and cognitive and language areas. Cobb was seen to be strong and athletic as he started as a football player at St. Michael Academy in the Bronx. His family and neighborhood had a huge impact on his socio-emotional development. The unexpected death of his father at a young age and his mother's strive motivated him to search for stability and achievement. Cognitively, Com showed early on entrepreneurial attitude. He attended Howard University and networked extensively, but left before finishing his degree to explore prospects in the music business. His language and communication abilities distinguished him. His captivating demeanor and clarity of vision enabled him to create relationships that later backed his accent in the entertainment. These early years saw him negotiating changes from a demanding background to self-driven professional possibilities, including an internship at Uptown Records, where he worked with celebrities like Mary J. Blige. Though risky, his decision to drop out of college was crucial in starting his legendary career and impacting the music and lifestyle areas.
Hi, my name is Amari, and I was responsible for doing the adulthood slides. Sean Combs attended Howard University for only 2 years before interning at Uptown Records, eventually moving himself up to vice president of the company. In 1993, he was fired from Uptown Records, forcing him to create his own label, building it up with some of his breakout artists such as Christopher Wallace and Craig Mack. This label would be called Bad Boy Entertainment. He saw lots of success in the coming years from from the majority of his artists, such as Faith Evans, Christopher Wallace, also known as Notorious B.I.G., and the rap group Junior Mafia, which included Kimberly Jones, Lil' Kim. After the death of Biggie, Sean Combs would find success in his own music career, releasing album and coming out with his first album, No Way Out, in 1997. Earning Grammys for these projects, with the majority good things, there is bad. In 1999, Diddy was allegedly involved in a club shooting with the up-and-coming rapper Shine. Ultimately, Diddy was not found guilty, but all the blame was put on Shine, causing him to have to be deported back to his country of Belize. Adulthood Part 2. After the controversial incident, Combs continued to release more albums throughout the early 2000s. His albums consisted of The Saga. The Saga continues in 2001, two compilation albums, We Invented the Remix in 2002, Bad Boy's 10th Anniversary in 2002, Hits in 2004, and lastly his album Press Play in 2006. Could somebody go on mute? There's someone talking in the background. I'm sorry.
Yeah, hang on. Sorry.
Can you go back to the other side? You can go back to the other one.
Yeah, let me. Hello, can you? This one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In 2009, he created a group called Dirty Money and saw success with their 2010 album Last Train to Paris. Aside from his music and label success, Diddy was known to be a successful entrepreneur, having a fashion line starting in 1998 called Sean John and having other endeavors such as making the band on MTV, which created the R&B group Danny Kane. Launching his own network in 2013 called Revolt, which has the podcast Carisha Please as of recent years. In 2007, he signed a deal with the vodka brand Ciroc, and in 2014, he bought DeLeon tequila. Amidst all the accusation about him that started to arise following his sexual assault case, he had to step down from chair at Revolt in 2023. He also parted ways with the tequila brand in 2024. All right, part 3. Sean Diddy Combs has been accused of sexual assault and misconduct in recent years. A well-publicized lawsuit made by former friend Cassie Ventura in 2023, Cassie accused him of a 10-year history of abuse that included trafficking, rape, and physical violence. Combs denied the charges, saying the payment did not indicate guilt, even if the matter was quickly settled. In other incidents involving women claiming sexual assault and abuse going back to the 1990s, as well as charges of intimidation and physical violence, have surfaced. Federal investigations linked to these claims have led to raids on homes owned by Combs in Los Angeles and Miami. Despite ongoing legal difficulties, Combs has denied all claims. His public image has suffered as these lawsuits have exposed his past performance in the entertainment industry.
Okay, so for this slide, we just did kind of like some conspiracy theories about like Diddy, and we're just gonna talk about a little bit about that. So for the first one, it was theorized that Diddy killed his wife Kim Porter because she was going to release a book called Kim's Lost Words, which was basically just going to out Diddy. So people think that he took out Kim Porter because she was going to expose him, and then it was going to become a whole big thing. It was also theorized that Diddy had something to do with the death of Michael Jackson because recently, after they raided Diddy's house and took him to prison, they found that he had tunnels leading to Michael Jackson's former home. And since then, they also reopened Michael Jackson's case. So it could be true, it may not be true, but we have yet to see. And some online rumors claim that he is part of a hidden group with significant power, possibly influencing major decisions and actions in the industry. So people think that he's part of a bigger group that is pulling the strings in the music industry and maybe even higher. And a lot of people also think that there's someone even controlling Diddy and that he's not at the top of all of this. So I mean, it's all speculated, but and there's also another rumor that Diddy was connected with Justin Bieber when he was underage and also sexually assaulted him. Because when Justin Bieber was younger, he got permission from his parents to go stay with Diddy for a little while, and people think that during that time that he may have gotten sexually assaulted. And that is the end of our presentation. Thank you so much for watching.